passionate, creative, innovative. The new Black experience.
I definitely think we can't ignore the fact that we do need more diversity in this business. Denver is a major city, it's a major TV market, so you would think that we would see more diversity, especially if we're particularly speaking African American, since it's the Black Experience show. And I can count myself, one other person that I'm thinking of who anchors normally on the newscast, and I think for a city of this size, that is just so stunning to me, how something like that would happen. And you know what? TV stations and media companies are being really honest with themselves, with their shortcomings, and saying maybe we aren't doing the best job, because that impacts so many things in terms of what types of stories are done, how those stories are covered, and how the people who watch those stories perceive them. Even behind the scenes, talking to my colleagues and my news directors about why a certain issue is so important, and why some statements are not acceptable in some regards. And it's genuinely maybe something that they have not thought about. So that's where diversity matters, not just in the way a TV station looks, but the way it reacts to stories, how it covers them with sensitivity, and how it chooses which issues matter to everyone in their audience, because no one should be ignored. And I'm really passionate about that.
Do you feel a certain responsibility to be that voice because you are here? Mm-hmm. And if you do, are there ever any moments where you feel like, you know what, maybe I should say something? Yeah. It kind of makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to be the Black girl at the stage. You know what I mean? Do you?
No, I do. And it's hard because sometimes you just want to be a reporter. Sometimes I'm just covering what everybody else is covering. And we all have what I call these filters, where that could be where you grew up, if you were lower income, middle income, higher income. It could be your race. It could be whether you have a disability, whether you're in the service, you have a family member who is in. Those are all filters that help you determine what's important. So for me, sometimes I'm just like, maybe I don't want to be that one minority bringing up an issue. Maybe I just want to be the person covering the story. But also, there are times too where there's a responsibility to have a conversation to say, well, maybe this doesn't bother me, but I can see how it bothers someone else. One of the examples that I'm thinking of is speaking with someone else who was in the business and talking about Black Lives Matter movement and how that might impact other things that are covered and the response to it, particularly many stories of police officers, you know, doing like a fun parody in their car or buying a Happy Meal for a kid, and sitting down and explaining that to management, why a story like that, or the statement from a person, a well-intended person saying all lives matter, why that statement could be inflammatory. Why covering so many stories on those police officers doing great things, as they should get attention for, but that story needs to be balanced out with another side.